Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to apologize for the fact that I look like Jimmy Neutron in this video right now. Normally, I record my videos after I've showered when I've woken up in the mornings. Now, this is a little bit different. I'm recording late at night again, but I've made a pact to myself. I'm not gonna give myself excuses to not use a face cam. And normally, I wouldn't use a face cam in this situation, but I'm going to. So anyways, welcome everybody to another episode of CRAZIER here on the CRAZIER server. We're here joined with Jimmy Neutron, ourselves, PD Huts Jr. We got our PD Huts over there, and we've got our other PD Huts in the forms of these guys over there, which is only 4 of them. I believe it's because the render isn't showing them. By the way, a lot of people were saying that I didn't Zookeeper start these guys. Do not worry. They did not despawn or anything like that because obviously they were name tagged. So they're still here in all their good form and everything like that. We'll get to working with those in a little while. But real fast before this episode starts off, I had a little bit of a thought. So you guys know how at the beginning of episodes, I open lucky blocks based on how many likes we got on the previous episode. The only problem with that was, and I couldn't figure out a solution to this, was I wasn't sure how exactly to do it because, you know, I record this series daily. So I have to record them at different times. I don't just record them at the same time every single day. So right now, I'm recording this late at night. And the past video, yesterday's video, has 3,700 likes, which would mean 6 lucky blocks, 2 chance cubes. The thing is, though, is if I was to record this right now, if I was to record this episode, rather, later on in the day when I wake up in like 6 hours, likely there would be more likes on the video, like 5,000 or something like that, and we'd open more, you know, as a result of that. So my thought was, okay, we're not going to open lucky blocks today. Here's my reasoning behind that. I want to do them a day in advance. So for example, we're not going to, you know, like last episode was episode 66, right? This is episode 67. So next episode, we'll check the likes for episode 66 because it's been a full day and that's how many lucky blocks will open. So all we need to do is skip one day of lucky blocks today to get back on that track. So yeah, hopefully that should, you know, make things a bit more fair because honestly, I want to start getting some really cool things from the lucky box because we have the Make It Count pickaxe with Fortune 100. You guys were telling me to disenchant this, by the way, to peel off the Fortune 100 into a book and put it on something else. Reason why I'm a bit hesitant on doing that, number 1, is because I can't craft it, the disenchanter. I don't know why. I'll have to figure that out. And number 2 is because I don't know whether or not we'll actually be able to put Fortune 100 on another item because it might cost too much. So I'm a little bit hesitant on doing that, so we'll see. But either way, that's one thing, okay? Now, here's what we're going to be doing for today's episode, all right? Here's the reason why I'm recording this late at night, because typically I would be getting my sleep, but I stayed up a little bit late tonight to think of some things that I wanted to do for today's episode, and we're going to be doing some cleanup. Now, this is going to be a little bit more of a technical episode, but I'll try and lay it out in layman's so it doesn't really, like, jar your mind or whatever. Basically, you guys remember how before, when we had our energy, before we changed it into the power plant, we had the cables running, you know, underneath the ground, and we didn't need any of the vibration chambers. We didn't need anything shown. It was all beautiful. We're going to be doing that today, not with cables though, but wirelessly with something that was given to us by Choco. So thank you, Choco, for allowing us to be able to do this. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. So what we're going to need for that is a few things. First off, we're going to leave these guys running for right now. They still got a lot of coal in them. So obviously we're going to need to be able to use our crafting terminal. But yeah, basically the item that we're going to be using is this beautiful thing called a tesseract. Now, think of tesseract as a wireless transport hub. Like it teleports like that energy over there and can set it up over there without the use of any cables. Pretty simple. So basically how this sucker works is really all you need is 2 of them right now to set up frequencies, which is very simple. I'll get into that in a minute. You need transfer nodes through extra utilities, and you need redstone to actually power the thing on. It's very simple. In fact, it's incredibly simple. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. These are already kind of like, they're already kind of set up because Choco's used them before. So we would make our own, but honestly, Choco, I thank you for gifting these to me because I do not want to make them myself. So I appreciate it, my friend. But either way, what we're going to go ahead and do then is get crafting up on one thing that we're going to need a lot of for this. And that is, now you guys know extra utilities. Fantastic mod. I love it so much. It's just adds so many beautiful things into this. So extra utilities right here. Yes, okay, perfect. So there's these things in extra utilities right here. Let me actually go ahead and just look up the word node that are basically transfer cables. Now, they're nodes, cables, whatever you want to think of them. Now, there's a lot of versions of them. There's the transfer node for energy, which obviously is what we're going to be using right now. They've got some for liquids and items, which we don't need. And now there's energy, okay? And there's hyper energy. Now, think of it like this. Hyper energy is an upgraded version of energy. Energy can, it all depends on how much energy you can output. So energy can output 10,000 RF per tick. Hyper energy can do 1,000,000. So we're going to be going with that. Just so, you know, if we have anything that we want to power, we can do that full force. So what we need to do to be able to craft these guys up, I think we've already crafted them to be able to make something else. But to be able to craft them, you need gold ingots, more of the breadth first search upgrade, which I believe I actually have. And they do have exchange energy, so that's beautiful. And the transfer node items. Now, I do actually think that I have all of those. Let me actually check. Transfer node, yes. Oh! I have energy nodes. I didn't even know that. Do these guys have... These guys have an exchange energy. Oh my god. Well, when I went into a creative world on single player, it didn't show they had an exchange energy. But they do. Oh my god, that is actually incredible. Yes, 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 1,000,000 times yes. Okay, I am very happy right now. So, in that case, a transfer node energy, we'll go ahead and grab out, I guess, what can I really stack right now? Let's just get 2 stacks, I would say, would be ideal. So, we'll grab these guys up from right there. I'm trying to pick them out from there. So, that's how these guys, we pretty much have everything that we need right now, actually, which is kind of funny. So, now to be able to upgrade these energy transfer nodes to hyper energy, you're going to need this beautiful thing called bedrockium ingots, which we made before, and I believe I actually should have these. Yeah, so we also have these as well. It's just like, this mod pack is so stupid. Like, we can get everything so easy, and I love it. So yeah, what we're gonna go ahead and do in that case then is go over to our good old QED, the powered guy right here. And I think to be able to do this, all we need to do is just put him up like that. And then this should, yeah, perfect. So these are gonna go ahead and smelt up, we'll craft up, I should say, into the hyper energy node. And now we'll just leave them doing this or whatever. It looks really pretty. But what we're gonna go ahead and do in that case then is learn this guy up, and now we have unlimited hyper energy transfer nodes, which is some amazing cables to be able to work with this. This is going well so far. So let's go ahead and wait for this guy right there. There we go. And I guess we'll just go ahead and grab a full 2 stacks of these guys. Let's see. Hyper energy. It's just even gonna, it still does not make a dent in octuple compressed cobblestone. You guys remember the episode from 2 days ago? Rob was talking about it. He just finds it ridiculous how you can get it so easy. I love it so much. So yeah, now that we have a transfer node hyper energies, we can go ahead and store away the normal energy nodes. Now these guys look like these things when you place them down on the ground. They're pretty beefy. You know, they look pretty interesting. And you can see right there, 1,000,000 RF on the buffer. So it's pretty freaking awesome. So we're going to go ahead and take these guys right now. Ooh, wow, this thing actually breaks them pretty slow. Okay. But yeah, so what we're going to go ahead and do in that instance then is grab a little bit of redstone right here. I believe we're going to need, yeah, 21 redstone blocks. So we'll go ahead and grab those out right now. I don't think I need to chisel them back. So here's what comes next in store. So we're going to go over to the good old ender tree, you know, the beautiful guy that we've got right over here. Sorry, the power plant, not ender tree. It takes a little while to get used to the changes. So we're going to go down here. And what we're going to basically do is hook up the tesseract right now, one of them at least, to this guy right on top of here. And we're going to go ahead and set a hyper energy. Oh, okay. All right. It's going to hurt me for a little bit, I think. Yeah, I was getting the buffer there. We still got the nether star generator rocking right now, so that guy's live. So yeah, this could actually hurt me quite. No, we're good. Okay, thank God. All right, so that is step number 1. Getting this thing connected, we're pretty much good to go. And now we're going to go ahead and activate this guy with the redstone block. I think that should work. Hold on. Let me just change this into a normal redstone block in case it actually doesn't work for some reason. There we go. Block of redstone. There we go. And put that next to there. And okay, it's working. All right. So now here's the deal with these guys. Okay. You can set it to different channels. Think of it like this. Just to make sure that these guys work with each other, they all need to be under the same channel. So for example, Choco, I believe, has 1 and 704 that he uses, or it might be 704 that he uses. I set up a little one, 314. I don't actually think that it like properly works, because I did try it before, but we're going to go ahead and select 314 as our frequency. So that's how this guy basically works. So you can see right now, it looks a lot different. You got the end portal frame. Like, let me show you. If you go ahead and disable it, it just looks kind of derpy like that. You change it to 134 and set the frequency, and it looks beautiful. So this guy right now, what we need to do is disable, there's 3 kinds of figurations. You can have it receive or send items, which we're not going to be using, so we're just going to go ahead and turn that to off. You can have it also receive and send fluids, which we obviously don't need, so we're going to go ahead and turn that to complete complete off. Now, energy. This is the thing that we're going to be using. Now, just to make sure that it can do whatever it really needs to right now, we're going to keep this guy on send and receive, basically meaning that it can transport energy as much as we really need to. So that guy is currently active right now, and we'll pull energy from our vibrant capacitor bank, our giant 43 billion RF tank, whenever it needs to. So now, let's go ahead and set this guy up over at our ME system, which actually does work, by the way, and it's so nice that it does. Here's the thing, okay? I'm not going to talk too technical for a little bit longer here, but again, I did warn you guys. I know some of you guys don't like technical stuff, but I don't do it all that often anymore, but we do have those episodes that are kind of necessary, so hopefully you don't mind. But yeah, here's the thing. With spatial storage, you guys remember that before, and applied energistics, there's a different type of energy known as AE, okay? So there's RF, which is redstone flux, which a lot of mods use. And then there's AE, which is like the oddball, like weird cousin that never really got along with anyone, only when his mom really like forced him into playdates. That's AE right now. AE cannot be converted, or RF cannot be converted to AE, unfortunately. But it technically can, through this thing called an energy acceptor, which I believe I should have right now. Yeah, so an energy acceptor is a beautiful little block that allows RF to be changed to AE. Now, here's the only problem, and this kind of bummed me out because this is actually a thing. So you guys know we have over here the good old spatial storage, okay? Now, this thing allows you to transfer in, you know, like giant areas like this and basically store them away in cells. Now, right now, purple right here means that it's active and that's working. The only thing is, now, this makes no sense, okay? I'm gonna blow your mind. This makes no sense to me at all. This thing says it's working. It's not, and it doesn't. So if we go down here, right, okay, we've got an energy acceptor hooked up to the RF. So technically, this should transmit the RF into AE to be able to power this guy, okay? You take a look right now. Spatial IO says right now we would need 1.4 G RF, which is just like the G is a term, RF, basically, right? But you see it says we have 0 RF, and it's not even active, so it doesn't say that we need any RF, right? Or that we even have any RF, to that matter. Spatial IO only works with raw AE. This is what I don't understand, okay? There is power units right here that will show you how much you need in different energy. Like it says you need this much RF. But it doesn't accept RF, okay? That's like, let me lay this out to you guys in a metaphor. That's like going into a grocery store and everything listed for sale you can buy with euros. Like it says there, you know, this bag of carrots costs 15 euros, all right, on the package. That's like going up to the cashier and saying, oh, no, you can't buy these with euros. You can only buy them with American currency, despite the fact that we say there's euros on there. You can't buy them with euros. It says we need RF, but you can't use RF. I don't understand it. So you need AE for this. What does that mean for us? Virtually, that means I'm kind of at a little bit of a standstill because we would need to basically bring back half of what the other, the energy was with the spatial or with the ME cells. We would need to bring those back, not vibrant capacitor banks. And I don't really want to do that, to be fair. Like, I know I have to get this guy working, and the only way for me to get spatial storage working is to get more of those cells. And I have them, and I can work with the power because that little generator, the Nether Star generator, will work with that too. It's just a thing of like, I don't know. I don't want to have to bring those back because it might lag the server for one. I don't really want to have to do that. So I don't know. I'll go ahead and leave it up to you guys to decide. Do I creative mode it in? I'm kidding. But honestly, it just kind of bums me out. So that's where I'm standing on that. Let's go ahead and get back into the things that we were doing. So we got our energy acceptor along here. What I actually think I want to do you have an exchange energy? It doesn't. Okay. One thing I'm going to go ahead and do. Actually, we have a spare one over there. I'm fine. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go down here then. And let me actually go into my good old favorite morph, the good old Easter Bunny, so we can get down to those one block little crevices to do some work underneath the ground. So now we're going to go ahead and go then underneath here. So you guys can see we have a lot of ME dense cables that I never use anymore. Like straight up, we do not use these things for anything. I don't know why I didn't get rid of them completely because they're not in use for anything at all. We don't need them. Especially these guys underneath here. We don't need any of these. We don't need these. We don't need these. We need none of this. Just none of these cables do anything anymore. And it's unfortunate, but I mean, sub little anvil. I didn't even know that we were held up by that. But yeah, those guys don't do anything. So what we're going to go ahead and do in that case then is we're going to set up our other tesseract, right? So the tesseract I think is going to go down. Oh, I didn't actually know I had another energy acceptor right here. Interesting. What was I using that for? I don't actually know. I don't think, oh, you know what? I don't actually think I've ever been using this Stirling generator down here. This guy right here. You're a Stirling generator, right? Yeah, I don't think I've ever used this before. Okay, interesting. So we got another one of these. Cool. What we're going to go ahead and do in that case then is set up our tesseract. I think we'll go ahead and set it up. Where do you want to put this guy, I guess? Because we need a little bit of room, I would say. Let's go ahead and set it up. Maybe, let's just get a little area down here then. Because it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit cluttered and noisy right here. And I'd rather make this look good. In fact, you know what I kind of want to do? Let me take real fast here. Do I have my Futura blocks as well? I do have my Futura blocks. I want to actually take this guy right here. Chisel them back up to, where's my chisel? I got my chisel right here. I want to chisel these guys back over to, ooh, what can we chisel them to? I think I want to chisel them to the, just this one right here. In fact, that, oh, you know what? This might actually make a design. Hold on a second. If we do this right here, I think this might actually, yeah, it's going to do, what's it going to do? Is it going to do something funky? It's going to do something funky. Yeah, it's going to, yep, okay, it's going to do that. I don't know if I like that or not. Hold on, let me get this chisel back out here. What if we were to maybe use, ooh, we should maybe use these future circuits. These actually look kind of cool. What if we use the blue? Or actually, no, where's the purple? The purple's right there. I'm thinking maybe a magenta. Or no, a lime. No, a lime. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I want to see how this looks here, because this might actually look a bit more natural. So we're going to go ahead and place the lime down on the ground right here. So 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that looks kind of nice. I dig that. I like that a lot. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get rid of the grass along here, all the stuff that we really don't need. And this will be like our little underground location, like our little power source here. So we can get rid of that, place those down right there. And I guess we'll do the same thing right about here. There we go. Break all these down. And we'll do the same thing over in this course. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Already broken. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now what we're going to want to do is get rid of the dirt surrounding it right here. This is going to look nice. I like this a lot. I'm glad I'm doing this right now. Definitely rate not going to sleep to be able to film this, just because the reason I didn't go to sleep and wake up tomorrow morning, even though I would love to keep on a good schedule, is because I already have this all in my mind, and I don't really want to, like, lose this information in my memory. So we're going to go ahead, I guess in this instance then, is set up, actually, in that case then, what if I just use the future blocks around the corner? Or actually, let's do white. Ooh, does the white connect or something? How does this look? I don't know if I like it. Actually, hold on, wait. Can I get these guys to connect right here so it's not like a little, like, weird-looking line? I can't. Okay, it looks a little strange, but I think it's fine. I'm not too big of a fan of this area, per se, but it's really not all that great. I don't like it all that much, but that's okay. You know, it's not really too big of a bother, I don't think. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and set these guys up right here, future circuits. There we go. I actually need a few more. Do I have, oh, I do have a few more future circuits. Thank you so much. All right, 8 more of those guys, the last 8 that I have, and we'll go ahead and set them up right here. So now we need the cables. So now we got this little room, we can go ahead and set up our tesseract to where it actually makes sense. So tesseract's going to go down right here, and we'll configure this guy to 3.14, and now we're going to change the item mode off of that to blocked on that, and send and receive energy. So now this guy should transfer energy. Actually, what I probably should have done was, ooh, you know what I want to do real fast here? I'm going to put the redstone block underneath here just so it's powered. There we go. And we'll go ahead and set that guy up right there. So this guy should be powered up perfectly now. So now what we're going to go ahead and do then is let's place down our good old 5 ME drives here, because I believe I should have my ME drives. Yeah, I've got 100. Okay, I've got 101 of them. Okay. So go ahead and put these guys back all connected right there. So it looks really, really nice. This might not work now. Oh, no, it will work. We just need the drives in there. So yeah, that's what it looked like before. So what we're gonna go ahead and do in that case then is grab out our transfer nodes. Now I hope this works. I did it in creative mode, so in a different world, so I don't know if it'll work. Hopefully it does. PD Hut, I apologize. I'm gonna have to go ahead and ask that you leave. I love you so much, but you're kind of being annoying. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go over through here, and I guess we'll just run all of these cables up through. So this right here is the, what is this guy right here? The inscriber. Okay, I guess we can run it through here as well. So we'll go ahead and pop that guy down. Is this an AE thing? Do you need AE or RF? I think this thing needs AE, I believe. Or no, is it RF? I actually don't know. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and break these guys up right here. It takes a while to break. You need AE. Okay, so we need an energy acceptor going right through here. I think I might need multiple of these. Yeah, actually, ooh, that's really, wow, it's really off center. It's not center at all. I don't like that, but it's fine. Hopefully it doesn't bug anyone. I think right now, so if we were to do this then, what if I just place the energy acceptor right here? That might work. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually, what I might have to do is place the energy acceptor right here. Oh, you know what? I think it's what we'll have to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the energy acceptor then in that case. So we'll put it back over right underneath the inscriber right there. There we go. So now we're going to go ahead and set up the transfer nodes. So we'll have them connected up through here. I guess just through the ground should be fine. Yeah, just through the ground. There we go. So you can see right now it's holding 0 off because it's not transferring anything and has no need to. So now we'll go ahead and put this guy set up right there. There we go. And this should be online now if this is working. Let's see. Inscriber is currently 0 AE out of 1.5 KE. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. Let's worry about the main guy right here, which is this one. So go ahead and set that guy up as well. I believe this guy should be pushing out energy. Should it be? I think it should be. Hold on a second. So, energy mode can center. Oh, you know what it is? Oh, it's disabled. So it turns to high. There we go. Oh, okay. This thing wasn't even working in the first place. You got to set up the redstone mode. So let me go ahead and go back over here then and actually set up the redstone mode. These guys were all disabled. Why are they disabled? I don't know. So we'll go ahead and go over here and then redstone signal high. So now this guy should be working, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully. I don't actually know if you're working now. High configuration, center receive energy. This should be working. So what I'm going to go ahead and test then is if I was to get rid completely of these guys all up here, is this going to still power this guy and leave him online? Because I think right now we've reached a point where we don't really need this. Yeah, I think so. This might take a little while to actually update. You should stay online. Please tell me you're going to stay online. Oh, hey, we got it. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. It's all going perfect. So now this guy is being powered. We don't even need any of these. I'm so thankful. Yes, we can get these guys out of here finally. So now the ME system that we've got right here is now being powered by our beautiful ender tree over there. So it finally has a use. It's not an ender tree. It's a frick. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, no, I thought the little bar right there was gone. I don't want those guys to ever leave because I can't get them back if I tried. It looks really cool, like the little red meter right there. But yeah, now the power plant is now powering up all of our ME stuff. And I believe, actually, too, if I was to go ahead and get these guys moved down here. So we got the, what are you? You are the little, like, seed thing or whatever. We can get these guys powered up as well. But the thing I'm going to need to be able to do that is to get a lot of energy acceptors because we're obviously going to need a lot of them to power things. So let me go ahead right now and get rid of one dupe tree from here. We'll go ahead and break this guy. I'll go ahead and duplicate up quite a few energy acceptors, and I'll catch you guys back in just a little while. So we got a few more of these energy acceptors here, and I've done a little bit of cleaning up around the house here, just a little bit, because I want to start getting more of my stuff, you know, obviously lifted off the wall, because it's kind of ridiculous, obviously. So one thing I did was got rid of my weighted companion key. We'll put this guy back down a little bit, but I replaced him with the good old pulverizer right here. So we got that guy rocking. Now, I might move him, though, because it doesn't make sense for him to be over there, but the grindstones over here, because they're both kind of the same thing. I like using them both at the same time. So we might move those guys. In the meanwhile, too, I got to figure out a new, like, location for this, because this guy does not really look all that good just sticking right there with the floor. So I have to figure that out. But one thing I was also doing, too, was going back over to transfer these guys back into the drives, because now that we have our good old transfer cables, you know, now we can power up this entire thing with these 64K ME cells, because this thing, like, needed a lot of juice to be able to, you know, to work. And now that we have these hyper energy cables, I think we'll be able to transfer just enough energy to be able to power all these guys. In fact, we could probably, like, we can put more drives up on, you know what? Oh, you know what we could actually do? Guys, I've got kind of a little bit of an idea that I want to try out right now, okay? Now, my idea for it is, what the fuck? Why did I just do that? Why am I doing that? I'm putting them back in here. No. I was putting them back in here when I need to be putting them in the drive. Man, I'm such a fool. Either way, though, let me go ahead and fill these guys back up in here real fast, and then I'll tell you guys my idea. So I wanted this guy to look a little bit more like intimidating from the start of things, right? So what I'm thinking we can do in that case then, because now this is looking really, really good, is what if I was to grab up more of the ME drives, okay? We're just going to get ridiculous with, all right? Let's go ahead and put the ME drives. So we could also do the drives up here now, right? So we could have like a no, we can't. It doesn't like that. And I think I know the reason why. And I think this has to do with the cables that I'm using. Oh, you know what? Here's me thinking that I wouldn't have to do the channels anymore. Okay, rubbish talk of what I'm going to say right now. I can't have more than like 8 things on the same like cables, because these cables that you guys are seeing right now can only support like 8 things. So yeah, that's not worth it right now. It's easy to figure out, I think, probably, because I just got to get into it. But for right now, we're not going to worry about it. Let's just get those 5 look good. They look fine. In fact, actually, I want to check real. Do I have any more terminals? I do not have any more terminals, but there's other things that you could do with these guys too, by the way. So let me go ahead and show you guys. So if you look up terminal right here, we're using right now the crafting terminal. There's also the interface terminal, pattern terminal, and just a standard terminal. And not gonna lie, I would kind of be down to be able to make these guys up a little bit later. Not right now, because I don't really feel like doing that, but we could get like a couple more panels up on these guys, so that'd be freaking sweet. So yeah, we have the good old pulverizer working up right now. So let me go down here now that we've got a few more of our good old energy acceptors and put this guy down right there underneath there. And we'll put the transfer node going down there. So now this should be powering up. Yeah, there we go, baby. I like it. I like it. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing over here then. I guess let's just go ahead and place this down right there. There we go. And then we'll do the same thing right over, I guess right here then. Yeah? So like another one. Wait, no. We don't want that. So we put another one right over here then, right there. And then this should allow for all 3 of them to be powered. Are they all powered? Yeah, they're all powered. So we got those guys going up. The sag mill right now, this guy uses RF. So we'll get this one powered up. Now, here's the thing. If they use RF, we don't need these energy acceptors. So that's awesome. So go ahead and get the transfer node set up right there. So this guy should be permanently powered as well. Now, there's a few more things I think we need to power here. We have our good old, what are you? You are the alloy smelter, which I believe I definitely am using right now. So go ahead and grab this guy up and move him. Let's see. Now would be the opportunity for me to move things if I really wanted to. So we have the inscriber right here. What I might do is move the alloy smelter right here next to this guy, right? So put the alloy smelter down right here. Let's get a cable running through. There we go. Cable running through right there. So now we got the alloy smelter next to there. So now what if I was to go ahead and move over this chest right here? We'll move this guy over to maybe right here. There we go. No. We'll move this guy over to like way over here. There we go. And we'll grab up our good old, this guy right here, the easy way of getting these. And let's put this down next to, let's get rid of the crafting table for right now. We don't need that. We'll put down the pulverizer next to here. So that's the powered guy. So go ahead and get a good old cable running up right through there. There we go. I actually forgot I don't have, there we go, night vision. Okay, much better. So we got that guy powered up now with 4800 RF, and then we'll get the quartz grindstone working up right next to it, because both these guys do the same thing. Pulverizer, grindstone. This is just manual, automatic, so those make sense. So yeah, those guys are working up now. Now, what else do we really need to like move over? Because I don't really think there is anything else. Like, we have our little like storage stash over here, so we don't really need energy for. I think for the most part, like, that's really all of our items that we need. I think we're fine. Yeah, I think we're fine on this entire endeavor. Now, here is actually one little idea that I had, right, okay? So let me go ahead for right now then. We got our stone bricks right here. Let me go over to here and just kind of level this up right now. Where are my good old stone bricks? Where are they at? Right here? I think these are them. Please tell me these are them. Yes, they are. Okay, perfect. So we'll go ahead and close these guys up right now. And yeah, we're back to wireless. Everything looks clean for the most part. I don't really... Now, Rob, listen, I love your thing, but at the same time, I'm not gonna use it anytime soon. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep this dimensional transceiver right here just put away inside of this chest right now. So wait, no, that's a glass crafting table. We'll put that right away in there just because I don't want my items disappearing to somewhere I don't know where they are. So here was my idea that I had, right? What if I was to go ahead and grab out my carpenter block? Okay, so we take a carpenter block right now and we take our carpenter's hammer. What if I was to take that with solid air? All right, and we put that right there. So now if I was to go ahead and replace this, what's it called? I can actually get out of my form right now. There we go. Go back to pizza where I'm 2 blocks tall and I can actually do things properly. So if I was to get rid of this pressure plate right here, which, not gonna lie, kind of looks a little bit annoying, and we were to place that down with a good old, oh, thank God there's no redstone required underneath here, because I was afraid for, like, my vanilla instincts kicked in and thought, oh no, water just went down there. Everything got ruined, but no, we're okay. We're perfectly fine. So let me go ahead and do this then. So what if we were to put, in that case then, a carpenter block right there, right? Should probably actually, hold on a second. Let me just go ahead and do that, and then carpenter block right down. There we go. So now what if I was to do that, and then if I take my carpenter's hammer right here, and then level this guy down to a half block right there, and then we put in solid air. Dang it! I can't do that. Shoot. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I thought that if I was to go ahead and just place it up like that, that we'd be able to have like an invisible block right there I could just walk over if I wanted to. Not the case. Kind of bums me out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't really know how else to get that water from not moving. We might want to actually do like maybe some sort of, what's like a, I don't know. What's the thing that we could do that maybe looks a little bit better? Do we have some sort of like carpenter's pressure plates? Hold on, let me see real fast here. Do you have a carpenter's pressure plate or anything flat? Carpenter's, let's see here. Carpenter's prism slope. Nah, I don't really know about that. Carpenter's hatch, carpenter's ladder, carpenter's tile. Carpenter's tile. Interesting. Hardened clay, which I don't actually know if we have or not, and carpenter's blocks. Okay, do we have any clay out here? We do have limestone clay. We do have clay right here, so we can actually go ahead and smelt up, I believe. I don't actually think I can smelt up blocks if I recall. So let me go ahead and get out, I guess right here. Let's use our spiral furnace. I haven't used this guy before. So put that right in there. Super spiral furnace, actually. We'll grab out our good old blocks of coal that I was somehow instantly able to find. I'll pop that right in there. Whoa, Nelly. Okay, so super spiral furnace is actually a faster furnace than the normal one. I like it. Very cool. Okay, so that's right there. And then, so now, let's get 4 of these guys. I think this would only make 1 brick. Yeah, it only make, wait a minute. What am I doing? Hardened clay. No, not bricks. Hardened clay. What the fudge am I doing? That's going to make hardened clay, right? Yes? Yeah, okay. Brandon, you're a damn fool. It's not freaking bricks, man. It's clay. Come on. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab these guys right here. Let me make, so where's our carpenter blocks? Let's go ahead and grab these guys out. There we go. And we'll put these on top there. Carpenter's tiles. So now, what do these guys look like? We're going to go ahead and break that right there. That doesn't even prevent water from flowing, so there's literally no point in that. Okay, let me just pretend that never happened. Let's go ahead and just place down a pressure plate then. Pretend that none of this even, is that like permanent now? I don't think I can't even break that. What the fudge? That's interesting. Okay, well, I can't. Weird. I couldn't break that. I don't know if you're not supposed to be able to break that, but that was kind of interesting. Okay, we'll go and take our carpenter's tile. We'll leave those alone for right now. Just put down the pressure plate so the water gets put away. And yeah, that right there was a little bit of a cleanup episode. We got our energy moving over now, which looks beautiful. And yeah, so everything in our entire game at the moment is powered except for our spatial storage. Now, here's the issue that I'm running into, okay? I will have to get out these cells again to be able to work with this another time. Now, let me actually, I believe those guys should be working. Please do not kill my villager. Are you going to kill my villager? Are you going to try to? Are you going to try to kill my villager? Are you? Are you hurt? Are you hurt right now? No, you're not. Okay, thank God. But, yeah. Guys, I think it's time to break out the cells, and we get a little bit risky right here because, as I've shown you guys before, the server has not lagged since we made the new, you know, this power plant, which is beautiful. But I think I might need to push the server a little bit more than it's at right now. Hopefully it doesn't break, which would be amazing if it didn't. But I think we're going to go ahead and have to get out our good old dense energy cells right now. Now, here's the thing. We're only going to get out the amount of dense energy cells that I will need to be able to actually make this thing properly online. Because otherwise, we're going to have way too many, and it's not going to be worth it. The only issue is, though, is that I don't necessarily know. Let me just go ahead and weather clear right now. Weather clear 100 million right now. I don't know what the number is. And here's the thing. Where do we put these guys? Because we already have, the floor is already occupied, right? At least, oh, you know what we could do? We can make these energy set. Why is this red? Oh, because we took away the energy. Right, okay, that makes sense. So let me go ahead and get rid of this guy right here then, and we'll go ahead and move him over to, wait, where did he just go? Was he right there? Yeah, okay. Power capacitor bank, we'll go ahead and put you right there. So now what I'm thinking we can do then, what would happen if I maybe made the power of this, right? Like this, I think the stone, yeah, that we don't want to touch. What if I made it to where, let me go ahead and get the Easter Bunny back out here. If we could just do this whole thing underground, I would be so happy. In fact, I'd be beyond happy. So we need right now to be able to power this guy 701 MAE. So let me take a look. Let me do some math real fast. So 701 million 701 divided by 1.6, which basically is the amount of energy these guys can hold, is 438. So let me go ahead and take that right now. So 438 divided by 64. We need 7 stacks, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which we have. We need 7 stacks of these guys fully powered to be able to actually make this thing properly work. So that's a little bit of a, that's a bit to ask for. So let's go. Now, here's the thing. Guys, you have to understand, we're talking about 700 of these guys, right? Now, I don't think that'll lag a server because before we had about 30,000. okay? 700 versus 30,000 should not make the server lag. If the server lags from this, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be done with my life, in all honesty. So this really should not be all that much of an issue. So what we're gonna go ahead and do then is lay out along a line right here. So let me see here. This goes out to right along here. And we'll go ahead and do this along right through here. There we go. And then I believe, where is, so let's see. It goes out to right about, oh, damn, grass. Okay, shoot. Oh, we're not going to be able to fully wrap it. Oh, we're not going to be able to fully wrap it around. I forgot. Okay. So let me go ahead and put the dirt back there. Then we'll completely forget that we ever did that. So let's go ahead and just get the dense energy cell rocking up right here. And we have to make, okay, so we have to make sure that we know this, right? So this right here, we're trying to get 1 stack made. I doubt this is even going to, like, this thing that I made right here is even going to be able to support 1 stack. I don't actually know if this is even going to work the way that I'm doing this right now, but it'll still help regardless. So we also don't want them touching the, what's it called? These guys right here, because I believe that would make some issues. So that right there is 1 stack of these guys, okay? So we're 7th of the way there. We'll go ahead and pull these guys over to right about here, I guess would be the limit. So there we go. So now that is not a lot of them. You know, that's really not a lot of these guys at all. We might have to do a little bit higher up. So let's go ahead and make it around the base then here. So that should at least be able to do nearly 3. Oh, here's the cable right here. Hey, hello, cable. This should be able to do hopefully around 3 stacks, which should be fine. Let me, wow, this cable, oh, went all the way out to there. Okay, cool. If we could just outline, hold on a second. Whoa. No. Wait, what the fudge? Is this cloud? What? Wait a second. Oh, geez. Oh, damn. That's already connected up to there. Wow. Okay, that's impressive. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over here then, and I guess just do it around the corner right here, and then go all the way down. So where are you not gonna allow me to not place them anymore? Right about there, where the grass was, obviously. So we'll go ahead and do this along from here then. So this should be able to get us 3 stacks of the way there. Okay. All along there, and then I guess, yeah, we'll put the grass right back down there, pretend that never happened. Got this cell going down right there. We managed to strap ourselves in. Awesome. Let me go ahead and fill this up right here. There we go. And we'll get this guy, I believe it was like that. Yeah, it was right there. Okay. So energy cells right there, and then we'll get the dirt working right there, and then these guys are going to continue going along there. So that right there is 2 stacks of these guys. So we're getting close. That's 128 of them used so far. I'll go ahead and pull this guy down all the way over here then. So what I'm thinking is, what if we make it like on the top layer now, right? So we have this guy obviously going on the bottom layer. What if we have it to where we get rid of the dirt from here? Oh, because that's going to be next to the spatial pylons. Ugh, I don't think that'll work. I genuinely don't think that'll work. So this might be... We might run into some... You know what? Let me do a little bit of work right here just because it's a bit tedious, and I'll catch you guys back when we've actually made some progress. So I cleared up a little bit of an area here, which should be able to house quite a few of them, and that right there was 3 stacks of these guys. So we're currently on the 4th stack right now. We could actually have this guy go all along here as well, which I don't really think is going to be too much of a problem. So let me actually get started right along here, and I guess we can just do it along like this then. If this winds up lagging the server at all, like Applied Energistics, I'm sorry, I love you, but I'm done with you. Like, this cannot lag the server whatsoever, and I really hope it doesn't. So let me go ahead and get this guy rocking along from there. There we go. And we'll just fill this guy all the way over to... Wow, actually, yeah, we have a lot of room. I should probably also have got my builder's one out for this. Do I have my builder's one on me? I do not, unfortunately. That's fine. We don't really need it. I think I'm fine. So that's 4 stacks of these guys done. Awesome. So we're getting there. So we're a little bit more than halfway. So we don't want those guys touching. That's the thing that we're trying to avoid. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and get these guys working up right here. There we go. And yeah, actually, we might be able to fill up all the stacks just along right here if we double layer it up like I am right now. It's right there. That is going to be 5 stacks of them done, which is beautiful. So let me go ahead and get this guy rocking all the way along to the edge right there. There we go. And yeah, now we'll be able to pull it down. Wow. Okay, so we've actually got quite a generous amount of room here that we're able to fill this up with. Now, here's the thing. I'm never going to want to make this spatial storage any bigger, so I don't need to, like, make, you know, more of these, which is nice. That's actually seriously nice because I don't want to have more energy. We're really just going for all that we require. So that right there is 6 stacks. So I think now all we really need to do is that all the room that we have, though. That might be all the room that we have. So right now, how many... This is going to show... Yeah, it's not connected at all, actually. So let me go ahead and connect this guy up then. So we'll go ahead and put it down. I guess right here would be the way that we connect it. So maybe... Oh, no. We're going to need to get rid of this anvil. So we'll put this guy right here as well as right there. And now, how much storage? So right now, we have 662.4 million AE. And we need 701 million AE. So we're very close. We're incredibly close, actually. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to put it next to this because I think that'll cause a problem. And I can't really... There's nowhere else I can put it, I don't think. Shoot. Okay, I don't think it's, is this grass? Yeah, that's definitely grass. Okay, we'll go ahead and leave that alone from right. Actually, wait a second. Oh, wait a second. Wait. No, that's grass. Okay, wait a second. So there's the floor underneath there. We do not want to touch this whatsoever. Okay, we'll go ahead and fill like I wrap back up. So there is, we could also do it from this direction here too. Double layering it up from here because we do have like this open area. We have this giant open area right here that we're actually not doing anything with. The only problem though is that, oh yeah, we're actually, no, we've got plenty of room right here. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this guy working. What the fudge? I don't know how that got over there. Sure, random place block, not sure why. We'll go ahead and get this guy rocking up now. So this should actually now, I'm pretty sure, have it be able to be full. And we could also do it to where it actually wraps along here in case we want to store maybe a bit of extra energy for whatever reason, which might be a good idea because we might want to, you know, be able to do multiple flicks here. So let me get this dirt broken just so we've got a little bit more of a clear view. And I guess we'll get the spatial storage then rocking. There we go. So that's the dirt from right there. No. Okay. Grass right there. There we go. Spatial storage down at the bottom there. And then these guys around right here. So now, I believe if I was to go ahead and put them all the way down here. I wonder how much... Are we going to be able to break 1 billion? We might be able to break 1 billion doing this, I think. I think we should be fine. So let me go ahead and just get these guys... oh, no, we can't do that. Shoot, I forgot we can't have these guys touching. It's a little bit... Okay, that's unfortunate. So we can only just do this one line going through right here. In fact, actually... Oh, I thought for a second I completely ran out of them. I know, I still got another stack. Beautiful, okay. So go ahead and get those... And I think that should do it. So now, if we go ahead and take a look here, let me just go ahead and remove those guys. So now, how much energy do I have stored up? We have 790 million AE as a potential possibility. So what we could do in that instance then is actually fully connect these guys up too. So we'll put down one right there. So this should start filling, wait a minute, hold on. That's not going to fill the energy cell. Oh, you know what we need? We need the energy acceptor, which we don't have right now. So let me go ahead and go back over to our dude trees right here because obviously you can't have that thing generate power unless you have one of these. So we'll grab one of those with the glowstone we've got right here. And then this should make this whole thing run beautifully. Have it actually turn on and everything will be back to the beautiful normal way that it was. So we'll grab the energy acceptor right from here then. And we'll place them down right at the bottom of there. And then now, here's where it might actually start taking a lot of damage. 1, 2, 3... Yep, there we go. So this thing is now going to fill all of this AE up. Yep, it's filling it all up right there. I don't really feel like dying today, so I'm going to go ahead and... Well, actually, I might be able to survive it. I think I actually might be able to survive it. Ooh, I'm cutting it close. Let me go and eat some food. I might be able to survive this. I might be able to. Please fill up. Please fill up faster. Fill up faster, please. I'm going to stay. I'm at 10 hearts right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to survive. Wait. Wait. Hey, come on. Ah, so close. I'm gonna die anyways. I'm gonna die anyway from the wither. Yep, I'm gonna die anyway from the wither. Wait, am I? Wait. No. Hold on. Wait. No. 1 heart. No. Half of a heart. Exactly half of a heart. I ate the food at the right time. I survived. You could not have planned that any more perfectly than that absolutely was. But guys, that right there, I believe now is our good old spatial storage unit working. So I believe if I was to go ahead at this moment then, we got all of our villagers and everything up right now. In fact, you know what I'm going to go ahead and do then in this case? I'm going to go ahead and take the Smile Demolisher right now. Let me go ahead and actually go back and morph into Pizza Hut. I'm going to get rid of all of this cobblestone we've got here because it's not needed whatsoever. We got an invisible block. Where's it? Oh, I can actually block with this thing. Interesting. Okay, so, oh god, we have actually several invisible blocks. Hold up a second. Let me build a bit. Try and find that cobble. There's the cobble. Okay, we're good. So let me go ahead and break up all the cobble right here because I just, you know, put that there to protect these guys. There we go. Along from, where is this block? Oh, it's right there. Okay. This thing actually breaks a little bit. It actually seems like it's breaking a bit too fast. I don't think the server's lagging. It better not be lagging. Is it lagging? No, it's not lagging. Okay, thank God. We're fine. I got really worried there for a second. I was about to be like, don't tell me now that I brought AE back into this world that things are going to start lagging up again. I would have been heartbroken. But yeah, let me go ahead and get rid of all of these spiral blocks or all of the cobblestone from here then. And I believe we can now finally, after all this time, have a safe home for our villagers, which we weren't able to do before. I just want to make sure that I don't wind up hitting anything that I've made for them because that would be a little bit of a problem. So let me go ahead and just break open the roof right here and get rid of... That's actually a lot of... Yeah, I filled this guy up to the brim, didn't I? Yeah, I made this whole thing, like, basically molded in with cobblestone right now. Yeah, it's molded. It is definitely molded with cobblestone. Let me be right back. So, we removed all the cobblestone from here. So, if I'm correct in being able to say this, with a flick of a lever, we should have our spatial storage operating now fully. This is gonna hurt me, by the way, because now that we're... See, here's the only problem, okay? With the fact that we don't have unlimited AE energy virtually, the fact that, you know, every time that we flick this lever, we'll be able to get more energy because we have this guy constantly working. The only problem, though, is that every time we flick this lever, it's gonna hurt us with wither, which kind of sucks, but, you know, I don't actually even have a lever on me right now, so that's kind of not even really gonna be a concern. I don't actually think I am able to make a lever either. Yeah, I don't have anything in my inventory right now that would be able to let me make a lever. So let me go ahead and go over to here real fast and mine up one little block of wood so I can grab that guy up from right there. Where's the wood? Can I get the wood piece? Thank you so much. Inventory is just being such a butthole right now. Okay, so we got a stick right there and we got the cobblestone. So now we've got ourselves a lever. So let me go ahead in that case go back up over to here. I like this rain. It's very peaceful. It's very very calm. So go ahead and put this guy down right here then, and with a flick of a lever, 3, 2, and 1, and there we go. So we have everything working now. Our entire island is back to the way it used to be. So we got spatial storage working again, a little bit, you know, of a less desirable fashion than I would have preferred. So that is now working 100%, which is beautiful. And then we've got over here, all of our items and everything like that, all of our machines and everything along that nature is now working through the use of the good old tesseracts. Thank you, Choco, for making this episode possible. And yeah, apart from that, really, I think we are good to call it for an episode. A little bit more of a shorter episode, a little bit more of a, you know, trying to just make sure everything's all neat and tidy and everything like that. Still very tempted to press this button, but it ain't October 19th yet. I'm kidding, March 19th. We'll press it on that day or the day before. But apart from that, yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed watching Jimmy Neutron get all... It's actually kind of funny. The day that I have Jimmy Neutron here is the day I get all technical again. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Take care. You guys like to see me do something different in the next episode, which I think we'll be finishing up the railways next episode, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, be sure to let me know. Take care. Catch you all back next time. Ciao! Oh, dude, I gotta make sure I get food. Okay, okay. Right, okay. So here's our strategy, guys, by the way. Just as kind of like a little bit of filler. And mind you guys, this... Than that it was. This dude is like, I'm going 60 miles an hour right now on this road. This guy's tailgating me like mad. He's not tailgating me, but yeah, he's a little bit close. Yeah, a little bit too close for comfort.